All right, this is my reaction or my review of War of the Worlds. Um, it came on Amazon Prime with Ice Cube. It, I just checked it out last night. Dropped maybe middle of last week, I think. I did a trailer reaction. I stated in that I didn't care for it immediately because of the whole cell phone and computer. Everything's being done over a screen of kind of like the Blair Witch Project type of stuff, but we're in 2025 and we're using our cell phones and things that FaceTime and stuff like that, and we're trying to capture events of a movie, and we're filming a movie that way. I absolutely despise that type of filmmaking. It just doesn't give me the breath of the film. I don't need the camera shaking and it falling and it's all fuzzy and then you see the appearance of a ship and whatever and you get a glimpse of it. So I just think you're robbing the audience. I don't need to see the actor's face like this. Him talking and then all of a sudden his son's like plastered on the screen too talking, and it's just like, and he's trying to tell him what he's doing and he's not trying to hear it, and it's just like they're overdoing that. So the film, once I watched it, still it just had potential to be good if they didn't do that. um, the whole camera FaceTime stuff, if you just film the movie, I thought it was a little spoofy, and the only reason why I'm saying that is because of the Ari Spears stuff. Because as I'm watching it, all I can see was when Ari Spears put the glasses on and started talking about this is the difference between 50 Cent acting and whatever. And he just sounded like it's the same thing with Ice Cube. It was like he did that to me with the Ice Cube. So I was like, was this a part of the marketing? The Ari Spears talks about Ice Cube to bring the interest, and all of a sudden Ice Cube drops a movie, and you're like, hey, let's check out Ice Cube. I never had a problem with Ice Cube acting either, so I don't want to come across as that, but he sure did do the whole glasses on. Literally, he has the glasses on, right? It is Ice Cube still acting, right? So I had a laugh about that, but it actually impeded with the movie because I'm thinking about that beef and stuff that they're having about who Ice Cube's resume and everything, which is unquestioned. And I like the grizzled Ice Cube too. He still looked like he still look young. Um, but I like that look on him. The movie was just not. It still, when I watched it, it still didn't. It still didn't bring it home for me because I just couldn't. It was just scenes where I couldn't stand that they were having the camera shaking, and oh, there's things like, oh, girl went into the computer system and it was like bug, the little nanos that was coming and she drops the camera and it's just like, hey, hey, all that, you're calling their name and you're having a fit because you're locked inside the building. Um, Most definitely wasn't one of the best of the world of worlds. I still think Tom Cruise is up there. I like that one, that reimagined version of it. Um, this one, just spend a little bit more money on it, um, and make it bigger. Give it its due respect. I did like the way they came in, the lightning strikes hitting and the meteors knocking out. I like that, and the ideology of trying to siphon all the information of off their data information. I like that ideology, but of course, it's about the dumb FaceTime stuff. I couldn't deal with it. It's just too much movement and not enough being able to see the breadth of everything that's going on. And they had street cameras. They did give us wide range views where he was, because he worked in an intelligence agency where they he had access to every camera in the world basically, right? So he can look at you from your phone, from your laptop, the stuff that we talk about today. He was able to do it. So some of the views were actually cool. It was just the FaceTime views and when someone's talking on the phone. Get rid of that. And it would have been better if they would have just let him hack into cameras. You know what I mean? Like, but it's a television camera, but it's a camera. where like they did from the street level, we can see things, satellite, but can't get what we always want. But all in all, I mean, it's a since Cube is in it, I'm giving it a 4 out of 10. Uh, there weren't horrible actors in there neither. It was just this is just one of the rare occasions that I didn't like the type of film, and that was it. I don't even think the film would be like horrible or bad if they kept everything the same but just got rid of the FaceTime stuff and that old Blair Witch stuff. Get rid of that type of filming. It's still probably a decent movie. It's a decent movie for the platform it's on. It's not horrible at all. In no stretch of imagination, it's not. I don't think it's horrible. It's just not good in that aspect of it. Ruined it from that FaceTime type of filming. Oh goodness. I know people may be a little bit more critical than me, but I'm more just because I generally like movies. You have to do something really awful for me to really just totally be like totally critical. Um, but can I watch this again? I probably won't, but I can watch it again. So it's not like Superman for me where I'm not gonna watch that again. That was just a waste of time. This I could if I'm like, oh, let's look at that one, and just mull over it. You know what I mean? Like type of watch I can watch it again, but it won't be so to where I'm jumping out my seat to watch it again. I got to see that again. So that's why it has such a low rating. It just wasn't didn't really hit the button on it. It did everything else as far as War of the Worlds, but it just didn't. It was just because of the platform, I think, too, and their budget. So tell me what you think. And again, I'm not the end all be all. This is just my personal reaction. So I would love to hear you guys' personal reaction in the comments of what you thought more in depth. Uh, I'm not as in depth as I would like to be right now on this one because it's still bothering me that it was not as good, even though I didn't think it would be good. If that makes sense. So let me know what you feel and hey, if you want to rip it to shreds, rip it to shreds. I might agree with you. If you totally love it, then explain why. I'm not totally closed minded to that type of explanation. I always do it, and I always do that with any reaction or any review I do. Voice your opinion. Keep it respectful. I'm not cussing you out. Don't cuss me out. Um, I'm an open book. I'll tell you if I don't know much about it. That's why I ask for your information, your comments, and your feedback on this stuff. Your insight. There's billions of people in the world, and there's billion different ideas and ideologies and points of view. So let it be heard. Okay? See you another time. Peace out.